Hey guys, it's Tim. We're about 5 days into Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, and I've been almost exclusively playing my Demon Hunter. I think I've narrowed it down after doing a lot of bounties and rifts and farming up quite a few legendaries. I've narrowed down the build that I like the most, and I wanted to do a video to share it with you guys. Well, let's get to it. I use this build for bounties and rifts, both solo and in a group. It can do whatever torment level you're geared for, it can do it all. The basic premise of the build is to offset the high hatred cost of Cluster Arrow by using cost reduction and hatred generation so you can take advantage of its awesome damage output. There are a couple of ways we do this. First, I'll go over the skills I use, then the Paragon points and stat focus. The primary attack is Entangling Shot with the Justice for All rune because it's a great hatred generator. The second attack is Cluster Arrow with the Loaded for Bear rune. This is the hardest hitting Demon Hunter skill without a cooldown, and although sometimes I try to use other skills, I keep coming back to this one because it's simply the best for bounties and rifts right now. You can use a different rune if you want, but Loaded for Bear just hits the hardest. The next skill is Rain of Vengeance with Shade. This is a super hard hitting skill with a really low cooldown. You'll use it at the beginning of each elite pack, and sometimes you'll be able to use it again before they're dead. The next skill is Preparation with the Punishment rune. The downside to Cluster Arrow is that it's so expensive, but with Preparation, you can dump your hatred pool, fill it back up, dump it again, then fill it up again. This is the ability that makes Cluster Arrow usable, if you don't have something like godly gear and extremely high Paragon levels. Next up is my defensive ability, Smokescreen. I prefer Smokescreen with the Healing Vapors rune because I don't have a lot of healing stats, so I use it to heal myself up in the middle of a fight as needed. The last ability is Vengeance with the Personal Mortar rune. You can choose any rune you prefer. Since I have some plus fire damage on my items, I'm using the rune that adds some fire damage too. This is an extra, just for fun ability that helps you move through elite packs really easily. However, if you do play with a group, I might suggest trying Marked for Death. Your whole group will benefit from the debuff that it gives. For passives, use Night Stalker to help replenish your discipline after using Preparation to restore your hatred. Use Blood Vengeance to replenish both hatred and discipline with health globes. I prefer to use Archery for the bonus crit hit chance and hatred per second, since I'm using 2 crossbows. Lastly, I use Perfectionist for 2 reasons. Number 1, the defensive bonus it gives you, and number 2, it reduces the cost of Preparation and Smokescreen. Next, let's talk Paragon points. For the core category, first max your movement speed at 25% including items. If you aren't sure how to do that, check out this video. It goes over the Paragon point system and how to figure out how to max your movement speed. The rest of the points should go into maximum hatred so you have a bigger hatred pool to empty when you first approach a pack of monsters. Now on to the offense category. I first max crit chance for the damage boost, and because I rely on Night Stalker to help replenish my discipline, more crits equal more discipline, which equals more preparation, which equals more cluster arrows. When it comes to defense, I max Resist All because it's one of the best defensive stats once you get to a high difficulty setting where monsters hit really hard. Utility is a very important category for this build. You need as much resource cost reduction here as you can. Again, Cluster Arrow is so expensive, almost everything else you do goes into offsetting its cost, and these Paragon points are no different. Max that resource cost reduction, it'll also help Preparation and Smokescreen. Now, just like any other class, when it comes to stats, critical hit chance and critical hit damage are key to mowing down monsters quickly. If you can get some plus elemental damage, especially fire, you're in luck. That will help your Cluster Arrow with Loaded for Bear hit a lot harder. In addition to those, stats to look for on items are as follows. Hatred generation is helpful, so you can, of course, cast more Cluster Arrows. Plus Discipline is also helpful, so you can use Preparation more. And resource cost reduction is not a bad stat for obvious reasons at this point. Well, there you have it. Give it a shot and let me know what you think. Also, if you have any other ideas on Demon Hunter builds, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, if you liked the video, be sure to subscribe and I'll keep making more. Also, don't forget to check out my stream. I stream every night from 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. Central Standard Time at twitch.tv/I'mTheMatrix. Thanks for watching.